What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Culture Cantina. I'm one of your hosts, Rocky Kari.
And I'm Sri Kari.
And today we are reviewing the Book of Boba Fett.
So the Book of Boba Fett is the second Star Wars show on Disney+. It came out about a few weeks ago. It's 7 episodes, 1 season. And yeah, we're going to review the first season of the new show, The Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I don't think they announced any season 2. So right now it looks like this is it.
Yeah, I don't think we know yet. But yeah, so we're going to do a spoiler-free version. So right now we're not going to give any spoilers. And then we're going to go into our spoiler version where we talk about things we liked, didn't like, things that happened, and kind of dive in a little bit deeper.
So you can see our Mandalorian Season 1 and 2 reviews, and we loved them. They are like some of the best Star Wars, not even just Disney Star Wars, just Star Wars in general content we've had. And because they had the same creative team as The Mandalorian for Book of Boba Fett, we had really high hopes, which I feel is not an uncommon thing when it seems like for fans who are excited for this. So for me, I love Star Wars, but Book of Boba Fett was really underwhelming for me. I always thought Boba Fett was an overrated character in the original trilogy because he didn't get enough to do, but he was amazing in The Mandalorian. The way they used him was incredible, and when they announced he was getting a show, we were both super ecstatic.
Yeah.
It started off a little but the second episode I really loved. I really, really, really loved that episode. Then it kind of dipped. Then it went like skyrocketed. And then the ending was good. So it was very, very up and down. Very weird. I thought it was really awesome getting to see Tamora Morrison back as Boba Fett. But I feel like he wasn't as, I don't know how to put it, but like, not as cool or badass as I thought he was going to be with what we saw in Mandalorian. I really liked learning a little bit more about him, but I feel like there was a lot left to be desired once we ended the show. I didn't really feel the overarching plot. I wasn't as invested as I thought I would be. And also, I felt like there was not a really good villain in this. There wasn't like a really big antagonist for us to overtake. I thought the bad guys were really weak in this. If you've seen it, you know that it's not really that cut it clear, but I'll explain in the spoiler version what I mean. But yeah, overall, it was really underwhelming. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching it. In the 2 episodes, there were 3 episodes here that were amazing, but everything else was just very lackluster. So it kind of just left me thinking,
I mean, I always say this in so many of our reviews. I say whenever there is content that is in a universe of something bigger, like a Star Wars or Marvel, I wanted to enhance kind of the original content. And I think that's what I was so happy that Mandalorian Season 2 did, was that it gave justice to Boba Fett. Mm-hmm. He was, again, this character that people were really curious about and we really didn't get a lot about, and they just elevated him and made him look so badass. And then I got really excited about this in this show, and I agree, it just kind of like, I feel like they didn't know what angle they wanted to go. I agree with you on the roller coaster. Like, okay, fine, cool, I'm with this. Wow, this is really good. Oh my gosh, like, where are we going? Holy crap, this is amazing. And then, okay. It definitely felt like that. And yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that the character of Boba Fett is great. I like where they kind of went with it. I do like kind of what they did with the timelines. Again, I won't go into that, but I think they managed that well. Personally, I thought so. And I think the action was really good. I think some of the characters they brought in were very good as well. But some of the characters didn't make sense. There were decisions that they made, even just big and small, that I disagreed with. And I feel the show kind of lost its focus in a way. It kind of went to other characters and their stories, and it kind of didn't know where to take Boba Fett. And at the end, you're just kind of like, okay, that was cool, but it was very underwhelming. Yeah. So I don't think it's bad, and I don't think it's just like, I'm happy I watched it, and I agree it's entertaining. Yeah. I definitely think Star Wars fans will have things to enjoy in this show, but for a standard kind of Star Wars, it's meh, and also, frankly, relative to Mandalorian, it is nowhere close.
It's very, I feel like there's a big gap.
There were some great moments, don't get me wrong, but just missed the mark a little bit. Yeah. Now talking about it, actually, yeah.
So for my rating, I'm going to give it, because there's a few episodes here that are amazing and really elevate it, but overall, when you think about it as a whole, I'm going to give it a 6.5. Wow, I think there's some good parts, but overall it's pretty meh. Mm. And the great parts for me, don't save the overall show.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
for me, it's gonna get a 6.5.
Right. I think that there's a lot of moments in here that are 10 out of 10s. Like, that really moved me and really captivated me. But again, that's probably like 10%, 20% of the show.
Mm-hmm. Probably closer.
Maybe like 20%.
I feel it's closer to 10. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But like, also the soundtrack's amazing. Just
Soundtrack was excellent.
that theme is crazy. It's super good. That's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, again, I don't think it's a bad show. I think I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was good. There were some that was just not get that good. There were some parts that were not. It's 7 episodes.
Yeah.
So like, if you're a Star Wars fan, you could probably clock it in a day.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a big deal. Like, if you've probably already found out spoilers and stuff. But like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. 7 out of 10. Overall was entertaining. Some things I definitely disagreed with, but it was fine. It was fine. Fine. 7 out of 10.
So now we're going to get into our spoiler talk, so if you have not watched Book of Boba Fett, click away now and come back once you've seen it. So, Book of Boba Fett.
Or as many people like to call it, Mandalorian Season 3. Because what did we get?
Mandalorian.
And Grogu.
And Grogu. It was,
Wow.
I think it is wild that episode 5 and 6 in a show called The Book of Boba Fett just completely throw them off.
Hey, Boba Fett, we know that it's your show.
Your show.
But we're just gonna put you away for like a third of this entire season.
Bro, yeah.
Crazy.
It's nuts. It's
Yeah.
like, it's so weird because Boba Fett, if you ask any Star Wars fan, especially after seeing Mandalorian, would you like to see a show about Boba Fett?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, everyone would say yes.
Yeah.
And then the second question would be, do you think that it fits 7 episodes? Do you think Boba Fett could lead 7 episodes?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then it starts and it's like, wait, can he? But the thing is that he can. It's just that the execution was bad.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that the whole idea of the Tusken Raiders was awesome. I think that was a great moral grounding point for him. And especially in episode 2, there's very little dialogue between them. So I thought that was awesome. The way that they grounded Boba with that was awesome. And it made him, it explained why he cared so much about Tatooine. But everything else, like Fennec was really underutilized. The freaking mod racers or whatever their name was.
Don't even get me started. Why did they have, like, just, why? Is it bad that, like, the color of their bikes annoyed me?
I don't think that's bad.
Like,
I think that's justified.
I don't know. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, then their acting. The acting was bad.
Very
too,
over the top
of them. Those writers things. Like, why did I think? See, that was in episode 4. I agree with you. Episode 2, the whole with the Tusken Raiders and what I mentioned in the spoiler free with the timelines. I actually like that.
Yeah.
I like it. It was cool to see where Boba was and kind of get to where he is in the present, and then kind of take off from there. But going back to Mando and Grogu,
Yep.
We watched it with our dad, and he said, like, or maybe it was you, I forgot, but it was like, he said it was a very interesting way of storytelling,
Yes.
which I agree with. You've never seen a show or anything that just completely deviates and kind of tells the story through a different set of eyes.
Yep.
But I do agree with you that you could do that, but sometimes the execution is. But those episodes were the best. Like,
Yes.
literally, episodes
Yes.
6 and 5 were the best
Yes.
episodes. And that was essentially Mandalorian Season 3.
Yeah.
We got Mando coming in. We got to see Grogu with Luke and Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Your
woo!
freaking- one of her favorite characters.
I was about to say something, and then I was like talking because it was a quiet moment, and then Ahsoka appeared, and I was literally in my seat, and I was like, oh my god! Yeah. So that was so awesome.
It was awesome. And like I know you said that like fans were so curious of like how would Luke and Ahsoka be when they met.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Seeing them talk was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So and Grogu being reunited with Mando, and I cried. I cried when he did not choose to go to see Grogu, and he just gave the armor, and Ahsoka's talking to him, and it's just the map. And this is why Pedro Pascal as Mandalorian is incredible. He wears a mask, but you can still feel the emotion.
Yes, and I'm glad
insane.
I'm glad if you've seen Mandalorian season, I'm sure you have, but he still keeps his helmet on for the whole time. That was awesome. I really liked that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, seeing the Mandalorian lore, more of it, was so cool. Like, it just got me so pumped. And the end scene where him and Grogu fly away in the new ship, which was also very sick. As soon as it ended, we're just like, God, where's Mandalorian season 3?
I think this, like, I mean, season 2 set up great for season 3.
Yeah.
But this really set up great for season 3.
Yes.
Like, it was, I'm so excited for where season 3 goes. It had so many implications with us knowing that Grogu is... And I don't know, like, how are they going to explain that to people who didn't watch this show?
That's the thing. Because I have a friend who, he was said to me, he's like, yeah, I'm not really, like, I'm just not a big fan of Boba Fett, but I really want to see where Mando's story goes. So I told him, I'm like, dude, you kind of have to watch Boba Fett now. But what about the people who just go into Mando season 3 and don't know? So that's going to be really weird.
Yeah. See, isn't this crazy? This is a spoiler version of the Book of Boba Fett. And 90% of what we've talked about so far deals with Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
That's insane.
There's just a lot, like, the ending, the action was great. I did really like the action, even though there were some stupid choices here and there, but overall action was really good. Just a lot of things unsatisfying, like the Rancor. Like, I felt like we only had one scene before with the Rancor before he appeared. It was cool seeing him ride him, but still, it was kind of lackluster.
I was gonna say, the last episode, overall, I thought it was really entertaining. Like, it definitely had me on my feet. Yep. I was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? So that's why it was entertaining. And I liked some of the decisions they made. Bringing in the Rancor, that was a great surprise. Grogu using the Force to put him to sleep and then, like, to stop it, that was a great decision as well. But then there were decisions in the finale that just completely made me scratch my head and be like, what the heck? We just finished watching it. Like, they were all, when the Rancor is fighting it, all the, like, the riders are, well, no, when he was destroying the first droid. They're all just standing there.
Yeah, they're like, woo!
And then, like, no, they're just standing there.
Oh, they're not even cheering.
And then at the end they cheer. I'm like, help!
I totally forgot about that.
And then, like, Grogu used the Force, which is so cool. But then, like, he didn't destroy it.
It's like a sting came out. It was really weird.
Why didn't he just destroy it? Like, I don't blame Grogu for that. I freaking love that guy.
I think I blame the writing for that was really weird.
Also, yes, you said it. When the Rancor is, like, climbing, these people literally were about to die if it wasn't for the Rancor. 5 minutes later, just shooting the Rancor.
And
like,
Mando's like,
chill.
Mando's like, stop!
Like, what are you doing? Like, some of the decisions were so bad. Like,
yeah.
That was like, that's why it's like some of the show is amazing.
Yeah.
And that stuff just pisses you off.
And
you're just like, why?
Also, the mayor's second in command. So, Mandalorian really feels like Star Wars.
The tentacle guy, the guy with the long things, he talks in the Coruscant.
He talks about Coruscant. Mandalorian feels very Star Wars. Boba Fett, for the most part, does, but there's little things here and there, like the tattoo parlor, which is actually a droid shop where Thundercat works at.
We didn't think.
We didn't know.
Thundercat.
Yeah, the credits came out and it said Thundercat, and we were like, what the heck? But it just feels very contemporary in real life instead of feeling like Star Wars. Not that Star Wars can't echo real life. I mean, think about, like, Palpatine and everything, you know, that echoes a lot of real life. But there's just certain things that just really take you out of it. Like, we as soon as Boba Fett entered that tattoo parlor, we were all like, dude, this is a tattoo parlor you can find in, like, Milwaukee right now. Right, so that was so weird.
And, like, the show, Star Wars takes place in a long time ago. In a galaxy far away. Why do we have to, like, do all this stuff and, like, I don't know. I'm pissed about that last episode. But it was amazing. Like,
it's so infuriating how, like,
hot and cold.
The highs and lows of the show.
Yeah.
One thing I will say before we wrap up is that I did say that I really didn't like the villains, and when I mean that, I meant the Pike Syndicate, who's actually in the Clone Wars, and they're pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty cool in the Clone Wars. But the Pike Syndicate and the other, like, crime people were very underwhelming. I did not care about them. I was like, Boba Fett, just murk these fools and let's call it a day.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a fantastic decision to bring in Cad Bane from the Clone Wars. He is such an awesome bounty hunter character, just awesome design, great voice, and his translation into live action was so cool. In the 6th episode, which also made the 6th episode great, not only just because of Grogu and Luke and all that, but when he's walking through the desert, you see the hat and the blue skin, and like, cool. And like, I watched it with my brother and my dad, and like immediately I was like, guys, this guy's from the Clone Wars. Yeah. And my brother, and then you guys, as soon as you heard the voice, you're like, this guy's awesome. Like, it's so cool that, like, they can have a character where if you know the backstory, it's cool, but if you don't, it's so cool. Like that's I thought he was used great. Also, rest in peace, Cad Bane.
Yeah. But I thought you said you didn't like the villains in this show. You were just referring to the Syndicate?
I was referring to the Syndicate, and I think Cad Bane should have been. Oh yeah. So what I mean is, I think Cad Bane should have been used before.
Earlier in the show.
Yeah, I think he should have been. Yeah. He should have been like, oh, maybe he's like going after Boba Fett and Boba Fett's on the run or something. Mm-hmm. Oh, that would have been so cool.
Again, you could have expanded this of Boba Fett, but you choose to go to other things, which was fine and it worked. But again, the show's title is The Book of Boba Fett. It's not even one book. It's books because we go into the past and there's like it should be called The Books of Boba Fett and Mandalorian and Grogu, but like. I don't know. Like, I know that's a little gripe. Like, no, come on, why do you like? It's just a title, but it's like
the title sets you up.
It sets me up and it targets me, which is about Boba Fett. I will say, Tamora Morrison, we have not talked about you, but dude, you did a great job.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I actually think you're a really cool guy.
Oh, he's probably so cool to hang out with.
He really did the character justice, like in terms of what the writing gave him and the direction gave him. But I think Boba Fett is a great character. He has a lot of layers. I like how they dived into that with the Tusken Raiders and his backstory and with his dad, like mentioned. That could have been dived into a little bit too. Why don't we get more Jango? Like, you could really make him play Jango because he is Jango. Like, he plays him.
You could have had Jango. Also, one thing I will say is that I felt like the show was very bogged down by Tatooine. Think about it.
One world.
Think about it. All the Boba Fett scenes are on Tatooine. The only times we go off planet are with Mando.
I don't think I would.
You know what I mean?
Knock the show for that though.
I think I would knock it because it's like it's Star Wars, not Tatooine Wars. You know, I wish like I thought because the Obi-Wan show is they haven't confirmed, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be off-world.
Yeah, or it'll bounce because off. Vader won't be.
Yeah. But I feel like just having all of it take place on Tatooine is really confining to the storytelling. Yeah. Because then, for sure. Yeah.
But overall, I mean, I think Boba Fett, the character, is a great character.
Yeah.
I think the TV shows of Disney Plus has really expanded that character and improved it. I appreciate what they're doing. I'm excited for the other Star Wars shows. Again, I think this one was kind of a letdown. Overall, it was still entertaining. I enjoyed watching it. Will there be a season 2? We will find out. But yeah, it was fun. Like I said in this season, my spoiler free, it was fine.
Yeah, I would say it's like okay, a little less than fine, but still eh.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing though is that Mandalorian season 1 and 2 we held on such a high pedestal, and this kind of showed that the Disney Plus Star Wars shows are mortal. Like they're not all going to be bangers. So this is kind of interesting to see where we're going to go, where we're going to dive into for the next Star Wars show. Yeah. So that'll be really exciting to see.
Sure.
But
definitely.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and we will see you all very soon. Take care.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Bye.